John, hope you're well and having a great sunny Thursday. Just as promised, I just wanted to shoot this quick video for you, running through your retargeting campaign. So obviously you're running traffic to Google, from Google to your website, but obviously I think following up with a bit of a social campaign is really going to help. So the first thing I would do, well, the first thing you've got to do is choose your campaign objective. Now, there's a couple of different things that we can do here in the way that we want to do it. And basically, it really just depends on the way you want them to submit the information. So if we're looking for people that are going to obviously become a lead, I would ask them to fill out a lead form on Facebook. So it keeps the data away from your website. Which means obviously it doesn't go automatically into your CRM that you use on the back end, but there's a way that you can link it. Or I would go with sales, and that would do it kind of on the back end. You can also kind of do traffic, but it's kind of more designed for people that are just wanting to kind of season the pixel a little bit. So what I would do is I would always go with leads. As we go through, I'm just going to set up as a manual leads campaign so you can see. I would just name it something really simple. So it'd be like biz name, retargeting, and then whatever the kind of like targeting, whatever the kind of creatives are. So it could be like video, image, etc. I typically always put these as campaign budget, and it can be whatever you want it as a day. Typically, kind of like 10% of your overall daily marketing budget. So if you were spending £20 a day, it'd be £2 a day, etc., etc. If you've got a special ad category, so anything related to financial products and services, employment or housing and social issues, election or politics, you need to click this, and you need to declare the category, what countries, and then you have to sign some terms and conditions. I'm going to leave that blank for now because I'm not going through that. And then click next. Next thing you can do is your ad set name. So again, this would just be a little bit of the targeting. So for us to begin with, it would probably be, let's say, website views, 30-day window. Website views, 30-day window. And then maybe like locations. So it could be UK, it could be Manchester, it could be the southeast, etc., etc. And then where you want the conversion location. So you can generate the leads through your website. You can do it through your website in instant form, website and calls, just in instant form, etc. For this, I'm just going to set it up as website and instant form. We want to maximize the number of conversions. If you do it as an instant form, it will give you a couple of different options. So you can like maximize the number of leads, maximize the number of conversion leads, which is what I would always recommend. So this is basically showing it to people who are more likely to convert off of the back end. So this is people who have submitted information on a lead form and then have gone to submit the product. Also, you want to choose your Facebook page. I'll blur this information out so you can't see the name anyway. But yeah, basically just choose the page that you want to promote, maximize the number of conversion leads. Dynamic creative is something you can tick yes or no to. Basically, if you're running more than one type of creative, you probably want to have it as a dynamic. And then what Facebook's AI will do is it will show the best performing creative to people who are more likely to convert, and kind of tailor it towards them as well. So that's kind of using the machine learning to kind of help us along a little bit. Obviously, the machine learns quicker than we do, so it's really good to use. The other way you can do it, and this might not be applicable for you, but say if you had like a physical product, or variations of a physical product, you would select the dynamic creative, and then what it would do is it would show that same product to someone who's already looked at that. So, for example, you go onto Nike or Asics or whatever to buy a new pair of running shoes. You've been looking at a couple of pairs. You click off the website, you go, right, I'll figure that out later. You pick up your phone, you scroll through your feed, and then all of a sudden, that exact same pair of Nike running trainers you've looked at is the first product. That's a kind of dynamic retargeting thing. So you can set that, obviously, time and date of when you want it to start. You can also set an end date. So if you want to run a specific campaign, I would just leave that blank. Audience controls. So a couple of things that you want to do on here. you want to include your location. So if you want a specific location, you can only include cities. So you can choose which cities you want, exclude certain cities. Say if you run in a rather large thing, etc. Or if you wanted to, you can just add individual cities in. So I'm going to put Manchester because that's where I'm from, as an example. And now I can kind of set the radius, so anywhere down as far as 17 or upwards of 80 kilometers. So I just want to hit people within that. If you want to hit people specifically within, you can just go targeted to like specific postcodes. So if I use an old postcode that I used to have, so SK164, so it would just take me to that specific area, if that makes sense. So that's a couple of ways you can do it as well. If you're kind of going really, really hyper targeted, if you go in just kind of broad areas, then just closest major area, your town plus a radius is absolutely fine. Obviously, reach people in that selected thing, and then custom audiences. So custom audience is obviously who we use to retarget with. So, for example, this is going to be a website. So you need to make sure for this that your pixel is already set up onto the website and is already tracking. And it would be you choose whichever pixel you're using. We'd want people, all website visitors or people who visited specific pages within 30 days to begin with. I would leave that as within 30 days to begin with. And that kind of gives you, people who have looked at the website within the past month. If you notice that your frequency is a little bit too low, you can broaden that again. If your frequency is too high, you can narrow it in, kind of on the age range, on the date range, sorry, to kind of see. Just give it a good name. So it'd be web views 30 days. Create the audience. Obviously, I can't do that because I'm just using a blank thing at the moment. But that is how I would do it. But you can also retarget through different things. So you can retarget app activities, or if they've clicked on certain bits of the catalog, you can retarget an existing customer list, which is great. For example, if you've got a customer list that's say over 1,000 people big, people that have already bought from you, or even larger probably, where you want them to respond again to a specific product or with a specific product for existing customers. So, for example, you purchase a product, you get an email with a 10% discount for the next time you purchase. You can then follow them up with a small retargeting campaign with that specific discount based off of that customer list. If you've had people visit you in store and use a POS, which is point of sale, then obviously you can retarget from them as well. Things like video, people who have looked at lead forms but not submitted, etc., etc., etc. So I'm also going to include lead form in this. And it would be anyone who opened the form but did not submit. Choose the page, choose whichever the lead form is, whenever they did it, so within the last 30 days. Lead form open, but not submit. Last 30 days. Create the audience, blah, 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 blah. Bosh, done. Tend to leave everything as Advantage Plus placements, and then we want this. So we're going to build out our ad now. So this would be creative type, what test you're running. So I would do this typically as like a 3-2-2. So I would use 3 creatives. So I'm just going to select 3 random images. Bosh, bosh, bosh. 2 different types of primary text. And then 2 different headlines as well. So headline 1 and headline 2. With these, your primary text, if you've never written ad copy before, you need to have a really good, quick, snappy hook that calls out directly to the problem that you're trying to solve and directly to that individual. So it could be like, can see you've clicked on our website looking for XYZ product, for example, or can see you've been looking at whatever it is in Manchester, still of interest, blah, blah, blah. Then solve the problem for them and give them a really, really clear call to action at the end. So, for example, if they're submitting a lead form, what we want them to do is to submit the form. So we will say, submit the form below and one of the team will reach out to you shortly. Clear, concise, direct. Tell them exactly what you need them to do. The headline is going to kind of be your attention grabber and your hook as well. Don't worry about descriptions, display links, etc., because they don't really fucking matter. And the call to action needs to be the same as the call to action you've used at the end of this. You then need to create a form. What I would do is I would either go with something that's like a rich creative or typically a verified mobile number. So basically, the verified mobile number one means they have to verify the phone number they've submitted on the form to submit the form. What you'll tend to find, or what we have found in the past when using these and not taking them offline or off app, is that it will be an old phone number that's just been linked to their Facebook since when they set it up 25 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever it is, and haven't updated it since. So, your phone calls aren't going to go through. It's going to be assigned to someone else, and they're going to go, sorry, mate, I've never fucking heard of you. Or they've just used a random phone number that they didn't actually want to be contacted on. They're just kind of fish for information. And then just go through and fill out your form as best there. Obviously, you need to put a privacy policy in, so you can link that to the privacy policy of your website. Bosh, that'll be done. So close the lead form. Make sure you've got any external tracking you want set up, and then click publish. That'll go into review, and then you'll start to see the leads come through. When the leads do come through, they will go to one of two places. You'll be able to find them in the lead center, which I don't have one set up on here for this, but I'll be able to show you. Or the other thing, what will happen is when it comes down to the ads and you come to results at the ad level, you will be able to download them as a CSV every single day. And if you wanted to go to lead center, I would probably go to where would I go? It's not there. It's Business Suite I want to go to. So go business.facebook.com. So if you come to your business, your Meta Business Suite, it'll ask you to verify the account. But on the left-hand side there, you can see that you need to go to Lead Center, and all of the information will be in there for you. So really just a quick overview for you. Hopefully that's helped you out along the way. If you've got any questions, please do just let me know on Messenger, and I will do my best for you.